guys, so today I'm going to talk about SEMRush and give you a quick overview of what you need to do inside of SEMRush in order to optimize your existing posts. So it's really quick and really easy, and hopefully I give you some pointers to make SEMRush work for you with all of the things that it can do. Just hone in on optimizing posts, okay? So stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Sang, and I'm going to show you how I optimize my blog posts that are already existing and how I use SEMrush along with Google Calendar to figure out what I'm optimizing. So this is the third time I'm recording this because I forgot to turn on my mic last time. So hopefully this goes through. What I have done is logged in on the left side to SEMrush, and then the second side is Google Calendars. Okay, what I'm going to show you is my systematic daily approach on how I optimize posts. The reason why I do it daily is because too often I'm context switching every day, and if I focus on like doing Pinterest one day, I'll forget the steps if I want to do optimization the next day, and so on and so forth. I know a lot of people like to batch them and do things all in one time. I feel like I always forget to do something in that process. So what I try to do is layer on. So as I figure out Pinterest, right, I have a system for that and I'm doing it daily and consistently. And then I'm layering on optimizing posts, and then layering on like adding new posts. Okay. That's how I roll. And that's how it's worked well for me with my busy schedule, with 4 kids, with the craziness that's life. Being able to understand what I have to do on a daily basis to drive traffic to my site daily, that helps me. Okay, so I'm going to show you my system on what I do. As you can see on the right, I've got my post optimization. So I've got different calendars for the different things that I do. And here you can see that I've already scheduled out what posts I'm going to optimize and what keywords they are. So these are the keywords that I'm trying to rank for, or the things that I should be looking to rank for. It's not set in stone that that's the one that will actually be optimized, because there might be a chance that this blog post, and I'm going to click on it so you can see the blog post. This is the blog post, and this is a direct link to SEMrush, and I'll show you how I kind of plan all that in a minute. But the goal here is to, every day I go in here, I look at the day, and I say, okay, I need to go update my Linmon post. This is like the IKEA table, and I drilled a hole, and that's what the blog post is about. So I'm looking at that blog post and seeing whether or not I should optimize it, and then I go ahead and do all the steps that I do, which is like update the headers, add good meta descriptions, add a really good title. I make sure alt tags are in there. So that's what I mean by optimizing posts, because when I started this blogging game, I didn't realize all the things that you had to do to make sure that the blog post was SEO friendly. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing in terms of going back into my really old posts and making sure that they're optimized. So what I've done is on the left, I've logged into SEMrush. I'm going to go ahead and click on my blog post, or my domain, I'm sorry. And what I'll be able to see is these top organic keywords. And so at the first of the month or the last day of the month, what I do is I try to plan out the next month's worth of like post optimization. So I've got 3 more to go here. I'm going to click on view report. And there's a sense of like, I already know what keywords I've already optimized. So you might see that I've already had that because I already did it for this month. What I'm going to show you is what I do. So I'm going in there, and what I will do is go ahead and click on positions and go from 4 to 20. What this means is I'm going to filter all the things that I'm ranking for and only looking at posts that are ranked from 4 to 20. The reason why is because if you're in the top 3 like ranks in Google, like you don't want to touch that because it's already doing well, and you don't want to screw up something that's already going well. Even though you might think the post sucks or the images suck, don't touch it. Okay, so 4 through 20 is what you want to look at. And then what you want to do is also be able to search for, make sure that there's enough traffic for it, right? So like this one right here, 6 to 9 baby month essentials, there's only 50 people searching for that. So those aren't things that I want to search for. That's not the volume that I'm looking for to optimize. So what I'll do is I'll go from 100 to 20,000. So I feel like 100, if there's 100 searches a month and I'm like in the top 4, it might behoove me to rank for that. So this one, I'm in position 4 to how to grill ribs fast. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go in here and plan it. So how to grill ribs fast. I'm just putting in the keywords, grill ribs fast. I'm ranked 4, and there's 880. Okay, so then I do this again. I think I do want to rank for that 170, how to make garlic bread with sliced bread. I'm ranked 4 and 170. So that's what I'm planning. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to optimize for it, because that blog post right here might be already ranking well for something else. Okay. So what I'll do is go ahead and copy the link to this how to grill rubs fast, and I'm going to put it in the description, because that'll make it really easy for me that morning to go ahead and update that. And then click on this, copy link. It's very systematic here. All right. Okay. So there's that. And I've gone ahead and done all that. So then let's say the next day, it's the next day, and I'm actually at the point where I'm optimizing my post. So what I'm going to do is actually paste that into here. And what's really great is, like, if you're going ahead and batching this, if I just copy and paste this link right here, this is okay. What I can do is just save this, like this query right here, and then just copy and paste this into like the next blog post. You see, like, this is already a link, and I can delete this part right here, the date part, but this is a link directly to what SEMRush will do. But what I did here was I pasted the actual blog post, not just my domain, but the blog post, and then saw it's already ranking for. So here you can see that I'm already ranked 4 for all of these queries, and it's 170, 210 people coming per month, and I'm ranked at the top there, right? So what I was looking for is, if I'm already ranked, if I put in that keyword, which is like how to make garlic bread with sliced bread, and I saw a 1 in here and it had huge traffic, I would just not touch it, and I would not optimize for the day. I would move on to the next day and optimize the next day. Okay. It might not be the most efficient, but at least I know what I'm looking at. So that's pretty much it on how I know what blog post to optimize for that day from a systematic perspective. Now, let's say I actually did want to optimize for it. What I will do is I will go ahead and do a branded search, Sangerson garlic bread, because I don't want to search in my WordPress site for whatever reason. And typically, like, a branded search with your blog name on it with the keyword will most likely to come up, unless your like brand name is completely like something that a lot of people search for. So this is my blog post here, and what I would typically do is go ahead and click on edit post, and then I would use this content SEO content template. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. Maybe I'll just take the optimized post here. Okay. I click on this. I'm going to highlight this. There is what's called the SEO content template. This was new to me since this week, which is great because I always love tools, learning tools kind of step by step so that I'm not like overwhelmed. But this will create you a like analysis of the top 10 posts that are ranking for that key term to see where you can actually do better in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wait for that to run. So now you can see, like, these are all the people that are ranking at the top. And then if I hover over this, I'm pretty sure it'll take me to the site. Yeah, it does. And I can see what they're doing. So this is the competitor to me, right? So I can actually see that it's Taste of Home. That's a freaking big website. So I probably won't be able to rank for it. But you can see like how they're ranked. And then it also gives you recommendations on words that you should sprinkle in there, and then places that I could potentially like comment on or ask for links back, and then make sure that my readability is at 73 and how many words I should have. So this one has 559. It's recommending 559. I typically try to do 150% more if I'm doing an optimization. So I'm going to go ahead here, and the way that you see your number of words, I only have 207 words in here, so I would try to make it better by adding 559 words. Okay, and then making SEO green. So obviously mine is red right now, but you get the picture. And then what I would do is actually kind of snoop on some of these sites as well. So emergency garlic bread. Let me see if I can find a blogger's site. Okay, so here's one. Okay, so they've got a blog post. Perfect. All right. So what I'll do is actually go in here, and similar to what I did for my own site, let's see. I can actually snoop and see what theirs is, like what other words that they're ranking for, and compare it to mine and see if I can't like use some of the context that they're using. I'll let that run. Okay. So here you can see like the positions that they're ranking on. Like this is by volume, and garlic toast, Texas toast recipe. And so I could probably sprinkle some of that in as well, so that I can start ranking at the top. And you can see that they're getting 1,000 page views a month for that specific key term, which is a pretty hefty, significant size. And I think that's all I wanted to show you. Oh, one other thing. So meta descriptions and all that. So this is basically what shows up when you're in Google searching. So I'll just do a random search again. Sanderson garlic bread. Okay. So notice how my title is called Quick Homemade Garlic Bread Recipe from Regular Bread here on the right. And then this is what shows up on Google search. Okay. And this is an app, by the way. If you're like looking at this and are wondering like, hey, what the heck is that? That is a plugin that's free that shows you like other semantically common keywords that you could use. So here, what I can do is actually change like what shows up in Google. Even though my title is different, here's the SEO title that I want to show up in Google, and then the description of that. Okay. And I would actually change. I had an SEO person change that. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but anyway, that's basically how you get people to click. So you want to make sure that this description makes people want to click into your blog. That's called having good sales copy, or having what's called good copy in the advertising industry. So you just want to make sure it's kind of clickbaity so that people actually want to go and click on it. I hope that helps you kind of figure out how to maybe put a system in place to optimize your blog post. So when you're trying to optimize blog posts, it's less work than actually writing a blog post completely from scratch, because you already have ranking potentially for some keywords. You just need to clean up the titles, and you don't have to even do photos anymore. You just need to add a few more words, add titles, clean it up a little bit, and then potentially like rank better than your competitors. So I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. And then if you guys can do me a favor and subscribe, and if you want to get notifications, make sure you ring the bell, and I will talk to you guys later.